Hello everyone, this is Random Gaming. God of War 2018 is filled with hidden details and mysteries. Director Cory Barlog specifically placed objects, elements, and scenarios throughout the game that still remain unsolved to this day. And that's exactly what makes these hidden details so fascinating. Today, I want to talk about one of the most important details that I know many of you completely missed: the mysterious mural stone during the Baldur fight. Murals play a huge role in the God of War series. They are one of the only sources that reveal the complete stories of the past and the future. Sometimes, they even reflect a character's personality and destiny through symbolism. During the fight with Baldur, if you pay close attention to the background, you can spot a strange stone mural. At first glance, it may not seem important, but it looks incredibly similar to the mural we discover at the very end of the game. However, there is one massive difference between the two. Atreus is missing. If you carefully compare the mural from the ending with the one during the Baldur fight, you'll notice that Atreus is nowhere to be seen on the stone. Yet, in the final mural at the end of the game, Atreus is clearly depicted beside Kratos. So why was this changed? Why is only Kratos shown on the mural during the Baldur fight? Was it simply an early development mistake? Or was this intentional by the developers? This is where the brilliant storytelling of God of War truly shines. I believe this mural represents the original prophecy, the events that were supposed to happen before Faye changed fate. Think about it. At the beginning of the game, Kratos did not want to take Atreus on the journey because he believed Atreus was not ready. But because Baldur suddenly appeared and threatened them, Kratos had no choice but to bring Atreus along instead of leaving him behind alone. That means this mural could be showing the version of events where Kratos traveled alone. But then the question becomes, why would Cory Barlog intentionally show us a prophecy that no longer happens? Because it reveals the significance of Faye's plan. In God of War Ragnarok, we learn that Faye went against her own people in order to change prophecy and protect her.
She didn't want us to know our fate.
We forged our own path because of her.
She went against her own people, our people, to protect you.
She refused to accept the future where Kratos dies and Atreus eventually becomes connected with Odin and Asgard. And maybe this broken mural stone is actually part of that original prophecy. Now, I can't say I have absolute proof, but in a game where almost every detail exists for a reason, this feels far too intentional to ignore. Because you get very limited to almost no time to focus on the stone. The game wants your attention on the fight itself. You are in the middle of a boss battle, completely engaged with Baldur, and too distracted to notice this hidden detail. And that is exactly the kind of subtle direction Cory Barlog loves to use.
Say, like, when I'm mapping out the world, I'm gonna map out the world. If you get to experience the next thing, you get to have the pleasure of looking back and going, holy crap, they thought about that all the way back there, right? Instead of like hand-wavy thing, and you just sort of figured it out and figured out a way to shoehorn it in. It's like, no, every single thing in this game means something because it is something later. And it's like everything that we set up and pay off in this game is giving you that fulfilling experience. But it also has that sense of, but what does that mean? What does that mean? Why did they do that?
What makes this even more interesting is the way the mural stone gets destroyed. The game gives you very little time to fully process or understand the mural before it is shattered. And if you notice carefully, Kratos throws Baldur directly through that exact same stone, symbolizing that Baldur's actions were the key all along. Then Baldur throws the same stone back at Kratos, and it gets destroyed by the shield gifted to Kratos by Faye herself. It is almost as if Faye used Baldur as a pawn in her plan to destroy the original prophecy. The shield from Faye breaking the mural symbolically represents Faye destroying fate itself. And there's even more evidence supporting this theory. Mammer specifically tells us that Ragnarok was not expected to happen for hundreds of years. Baldur was never supposed to die this early. Something changed. Kratos changed something. And remember, the protective stave around the house was mysteriously broken, allowing Baldur to find them in the first place. Because of that attack, Kratos was forced to bring Atreus with him on the journey. Everything happened for a reason. Baldur entering through the broken protection stave, Kratos taking Atreus with him, Baldur dying far earlier than prophecy expected. All of these events point toward fate being altered long before the journey truly began. This is what makes God of War's storytelling so masterful. The game constantly leaves small hidden details and subtle foreshadowing that slowly reveal a much larger story beneath the surface. And honestly, that's what makes this game so incredible. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. By the way, this detail was originally pointed out by John Ford. He was the first person to recognize it a long time ago, so full credit goes to him. I'm simply sharing my own theory and interpretation of what it could mean. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
And our fight with Baldur. But that just happened. Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen. The dragon in the mountain, the stone mason, all these drawings. This is our story.
No. This is your story.